Darkness. Silence. Then, something stirs at the edge of our solar system. An intruder from the void. Unknown. Uninvited. Racing through the black, it defies everything we know. Its name, spoken in hushed awe, is 3I Atlas. And what it brings could change our understanding of the universe. Forever. This is not the first time Earth has received a cosmic visitor. In 2017, astronomers spotted an object unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was long, thin, and moved in ways that defied explanation. They called it Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning scout or messenger. Oumuamua was the first known interstellar object to pass through our solar system. It came suddenly, silently, and left behind more questions than answers. Some scientists even suggested it was not natural, but a piece of alien technology. Then, in 2019, another object appeared. This time, it was clearly a comet, glowing with a tail of gas and dust. They named it Borisov, after the amateur astronomer who discovered it. Borisov confirmed the idea. Interstellar visitors are real. They travel from distant star systems, cross our path, and then disappear forever. And now, in 2025, comes the third. 3I Atlas, the third interstellar object in history, and perhaps the strangest of them all. NASA's Atlas telescope in Hawaii first spotted it in July 2025. At first, scientists didn't know what they were looking at. Was it a comet, an asteroid, or something entirely new? It wasn't behaving like a normal comet. No glowing tail, no bright activity, just a silent traveler gliding through the darkness. Weeks of observation followed. More telescopes were turned toward it. The Gemini Observatory in Chile, the very large telescope in the Atacama Desert, even the powerful James Webb Space Telescope. Slowly the truth emerged. Yes, it was a comet, but not like any comet we had ever seen before. Its chemistry was bizarre. Unlike our solar system's comets, which are mostly made of ice, rock, and small amounts of water, Atlas was built differently. 8 parts carbon dioxide, only 1 part water. A ratio no comet in our solar system has ever shown. This was proof that Atlas was not from here. It was a visitor from another world, a time capsule from a distant star system. And that's when the real debate began. The discovery of Atlas ignited a firestorm of controversy that split the scientific community and captivated the world. On one side, cautious, methodical science. On the other, tantalizing speculation. For many astronomers, Atlas was a gift from the cosmos, an unprecedented opportunity. Here was a pristine sample from another star system, delivered to our doorstep. By analyzing the light from its surface and the gases in its coma, we could perform a kind of interstellar archaeology. We could study the raw ingredients from which planets form around other stars, comparing them to the comets of our own Oort cloud. It was a chance to look into the frozen chemistry of a world we may never see, searching for the complex organic molecules that are the building blocks of life. But others saw something more. The memory of Oumuamua, the first interstellar visitor discovered in 2017, was still fresh. Its bizarre, elongated shape and its mysterious acceleration away from the sun, without a visible tail, led some, like astrophysicist Avi Loeb, to suggest it could be alien technology. Now, with Atlas, the same questions resurfaced with renewed intensity. Was this another natural yet unusual object? Or could it be something else entirely? A derelict spacecraft? An active probe sent to survey our system? A deliberate signal? Fueled by this speculation, the internet exploded. The story went viral, transcending borders. Headlines screamed, "Alien ship enters solar system." Social media feeds filled with a chaotic mix of elaborate theories, clever memes, and wild imagination. For a brief, electrifying period, the world seemed to hold its breath. Was this the moment humanity had been waiting for? The answer to the age-old question, are we alone? Was this first contact? But as public excitement reached a fever pitch, scientists rushed to calm the storm. Atlas, they explained, was not a danger. Its trajectory was well understood. Yes, it was moving at a terrifying speed, over 250,000 kilometers per hour, a velocity only possible for an object on a hyperbolic path, slingshotting through our system. And yes, it would make its closest approach in December 2025. But close in cosmic terms is a vast distance. It will pass no nearer than 150 million kilometers, a distance similar to that of the Sun. The laws of orbital mechanics are precise. There is no chance of collision. For Earth, there is no threat. But while there was no threat to our planet, there was an immense opportunity for our science. A chance to point our most powerful instruments at a messenger from the stars and unlock its secrets. Because objects like Atlas are not just rocks. They are time machines, frozen pieces of ancient worlds, carrying secrets billions of years old. Studying Atlas could tell us how planets form, how solar systems are shaped, and maybe even how life begins. Imagine this: a piece of material from a world beyond our reach, passing through our skies. We cannot travel to its home star, but it has traveled to us. Every telescope turned to the sky knows this is a once-in-a-lifetime event. When it's gone, it will be gone forever. By early 2026, Atlas will vanish back into the darkness of interstellar space. We may never see it again. And that is why scientists are desperate to capture every detail, every particle of data before it disappears. But the story of 3I Atlas extends beyond pure science. It ventures into the profound territory of mystery, and it is this deep, cosmic mystery that has always fueled our greatest leaps of imagination. Once we accept it comes from another star, the questions become irresistible. What if its journey wasn't random? What if this silent traveler is more than a frozen relic? Could it be a message? A cosmic bottle carrying a note across the interstellar ocean? And is this the first? Or just the first one we've been able to see? For millennia, countless objects from other stars may have silently drifted through our cosmic backyard while we were blind to their passage. Now, our eyes are finally opening. What if 3I Atlas is proof that we have been on a path frequented by interstellar travelers? If so, the ultimate question looms larger than ever. What if one of them carries the definitive proof that we are not alone in the universe? This leads to even more radical speculation. Some theorists propose they could be more than passive travelers. They could be scouts, artificially constructed probes sent to survey promising star systems like our own. Are they gathering data on our planet, assessing our technological signature, or perhaps, as the most daring minds suggest, preparing the way for first contact? Of course, the most likely explanation is also profound. Most scientists believe these are natural wanderers, ejected from their home systems. But even as natural objects, they are still messages. Physical samples from another star's planetary nursery, carrying clues about the universality of cosmic ingredients. And if our instruments detect complex organic molecules, the building blocks of biology, locked within its icy core, the implication is staggering. It would be the strongest evidence yet for panspermia, the theory that life itself can travel between the stars. It would mean the fundamental components for life are not a fluke unique to Earth. They could be everywhere. Think about what that would mean for us. Since the dawn of consciousness, we have looked up at the night sky and felt both wonder and isolation. Every civilization has asked the same fundamental questions. Are we alone? Is there anyone else out there? 3I Atlas may not provide the final answer. It may leave us with more questions than we started with. But the very act of studying this fleeting ghost from another star pushes us closer to the truth. Each new visitor is a new page in the grand story of the universe, a story we are only just beginning to learn how to read. For centuries, we saw ourselves at the heart of everything. But the truth of the cosmos is that the more we discover, the smaller we feel. We are not the center. We are a single world orbiting an average star, tucked away in a spiral arm of the Milky Way. And our galaxy is just one of an estimated 2 trillion, each filled with billions of stars scattered across an ocean of unimaginable emptiness. But these vast distances don't mean we are cut off. The universe is more connected than it appears, and occasionally it sends a messenger. Following in the footsteps of Oumuamua and Borisov, the interstellar object 3I/Atlas is the latest visitor from another star system. These travelers are proof that what happens light years away can physically reach our cosmic doorstep, reminding us that in the endless darkness, we are not as isolated as we once believed. By October, Atlas will reach perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun. The intense solar radiation will cause it to glow with energy, sublimating ancient ices and releasing a cloud of gas and dust. This gives us a precious window. By December, as it passes closest to Earth, our telescopes will race to analyze that cloud. They'll search for the chemical fingerprints of its home system, for water, for organic molecules, for clues to its mysterious origin. But this encounter is fleeting. After its brief passage, our sun's gravity will slingshot it back into the interstellar void, never to return. By 2026, it will fade into a mere memory. But it will leave behind a profound legacy, deepening the questions that define our search for meaning in the cosmos. Is our planet a singular cradle of life, or could objects like Atlas be cosmic seeds, carrying life's building blocks between the stars? Are we truly alone in this vast expanse, living in splendid isolation? Or does its journey hint at a universe far more populated, far more connected than we can yet comprehend, perhaps even watched by eyes older than time itself? 3. I-Atlas is not just a comet. It is a mirror, a reminder that the universe is larger, stranger, and more alive than we can imagine. And as it disappears into the void, it whispers a question humanity will carry forever. Are we truly alone?